Hi everyone, welcome to another session. In this session, we will discuss risk maturity model. Before we discuss all these steps about risk maturity model, ad hoc, preliminary, defined, integrated, optimized as per this diagram, so let me tell you the difference between RMM risk maturity model versus NIST 837 RMF, Risk Management Framework. So we have discussed in our previous session in detail about Risk Management Framework NIST 837. So when you prepare for the CISSP exam, these two topics, Risk Maturity Model and Risk Management Framework, they uh, they create some confusion in your mind. What is the main difference between these two frameworks? Risk maturity model and risk management framework. So let me try to tell you the difference between these two frameworks. So the risk maturity model helps an organization assess its overall risk management maturity level and improves its risk management framework over time. However, your confusion is mainly about how the five stages ad hoc, preliminary, defined, integrated, and optimized map to RMF implementation. So the confusion is always about these five stages or five steps: ad hoc, preliminary, defined, integrated, optimize, and how they fit together with RMF, right? So if you understand the concept of RMM and RMF, then it will be very easy for you to answer questions in CISSP exam. So the main difference is risk maturity model helps an organization assess its overall risk management. Now we will go one by one how um, it helps to improve overall risk management maturity level, right? So RMM versus RMF, how they fit together. RMM is a high level strategic framework. It assesses how mature an organization is in handling risk across entire business, including IT, operations, compliance, finance, etc. Right? So RMF is an operational technical framework. It provides structured approach for implementing security controls, right? How we can, um, I mean, how we can implement the security controls, right? So we discuss all those steps or stages, um, how we can secure our asset, how we can implement security controls in order to secure our asset or secure our system, secure our data, right? And we have also NIST 853 controls where we get detailed guidelines, right? How those um, controls can be implemented. So we get detailed guideline in NIST 853, right? So this is at RMF is at IT system level. Let's think this way that RMM as a health check of an organization overall risk management, while RMF is detailed step-by-step treatment plan for handling cybersecurity risk, right? So if we break it down step by step and see how an organization risk management maturity affects RMF implementation. So now let's go one by one in this stage. For instance, in this stage, ad hoc. Ad hoc means we have no structure here. So it is kind of, we can say, chaotic phase, right? The maturity level, we can say, right? The first stage is ad hoc, and maturity level is chaotic, no structure at all. And how it affects RMF implementation. No formal RMF process is in place. Risk management is reactive and inconsistent. Security controls are poorly implemented or completely missing, right? So how it affects RMF. So I'm trying to relate it with this overall maturity model with RMF, right? And now the second stage is preliminary. Preliminary is basic. Some processes exists, right? So we can say RMF is partially implemented, but security controls are inconsistent, policies are weak, and risk assessments are informal. So third step would be, here we are going to define, providing some structure, documentation. So RMF is fully documented and implemented now, but execution is not yet fully standardized across the organization. Security controls are in place, but may not be measured effectively, right? So in this stage, integrated, proactive, and aligned with business goals. RMF is here. RMF is fully integrated into business processes, risk assessment, monitoring, and security controls are routinely measured and improved. So now the last stage is optimized. Optimized is now advanced, let's say, continuous improvement. Okay. So RMF is continuously optimized with automation, AI driven security analytics, and predictive risk assessment. Security is core part of business strategy, right? So, in this example, how RMM affects RMF implementation. Imagine a financial institution implementing RMF for security risk, right? Stage one is low maturity, chaotic, no structure. So, no formal risk management framework. Security decisions are reactive. For example, only patching is done only after breach. No clear roles and responsibility for managing cybersecurity risk. So, it impacts on RMF. RMF is not implemented, or it is implemented but is very weak. Security controls are inconsistent, right? So these are the just examples. I'm trying to relate RMM with RMF, right? So RMM helps an organization assess its overall risk management maturity. RMF is an operational framework that ensures security risks are managed effectively at the system level. And an organization at higher RMM level can implement RMF more effectively. Lower RMM level mean RMF implementation is weak, inconsistent, or reactive. Higher RMM levels lead to proactive, well integrated RMF strategy. Okay, so think of RMM as the big picture and RMF as the defined roadmap for managing cybersecurity. So again, RMM helps an organization assess its overall risk management maturity, right? That particular organization is mature enough to handle any kind of risk, right? RMF is operational framework. that ensures security risks are managed effectively at the system level. So it covers nitty-gritties, right? It covers the details. An organization at higher risk maturity model level can implement RMF more effectively. If a company or organization is at higher risk maturity level, that help to implement RMF, risk management framework, more effectively. Lower RMM levels means RMF implementation is weak, inconsistent, or reactive. Security is something which is proactive, right? Higher RMM levels lead to proactive, well integrated RMF strategy. So RMM, we can say something is strategic level. I mean, this is something which we can say it is strategy. Okay, so and RMF is at detailed roadmap, let's say. So this is how I have understood about these two topics: risk maturity model and risk management framework. Because the problem is when you start preparing CISSP exam, different topics, and you do not know the background or the concept of those topics, you always get confused. Uh, you can't build the relationship between the different topics, which sometimes they look very similar to each other. For instance, when we discuss risk maturity model and risk management framework, it always confuses me. What is the difference between these two frameworks, right? And this is how I have understood them, and I try to explain you. I hope you have also understood. Please share your feedback in comment section. If any question on this topic, share your feedback in comment section. Question also in the comment section. I will try to answer your questions in upcoming video. Thank you so much for watching this video.